Recently, I spent some time farming the Blind Well, looking for some god rolls on reissued Dreaming City loot. I was hoping for a good retold tale, or a Twilight Oath specifically, but the best weapon that dropped for me was not in fact a special weapon. It wasn't even a hand cannon. The best weapon that dropped for me was this Vouchsafe, a 200 RPM lightweight framed energy scout rifle. And I used it just because I like using offbeat things, and I didn't have high expectations for it. But what I found surprised me. With the perk pool on the Vouchsafe, it's very easy to land yourself a ranged dueling beast in this weapon. Lightweight scouts have high aim assist and handling by default, but with Surplus and Eye of the Storm, which mine has, you're looking at even higher aim assist, high stability, fast ready speeds, and zippy reloads. Some guns are good on paper, but just feel weird or uncomfortable when you're actually using them. The Annual Skate falls into that category for me. I know some people really dig it. I do not vibe with that gun, and I have the god rolls. I've got the surplus and time payload, explosive payload stuff. It just does not feel good to me at all. The Vouchsafe, nothing like that. It feels extremely smooth to use. It doesn't kick too much, especially with surplus. It isn't sluggish to aim down the sights or ready the gun, and it feels very accurate in terms of what it calls a hit and what it calls a miss. There are two things I want to look at: usability and lethality. Let's talk about usability real quick. Look at how close range I can be and still hit all my headshots with this thing, with a scout rifle. I mean, part of it is is that I play a lot, but listen, I'm a 34-year-old man, right? My reflexes aren't what they used to be. So let me level with you. This weapon feels good in CQC, not just because I'm decent, but a lot of it has to do with these optics. I really can't praise these optics enough. The zoom is only 20 on this scout. And if you're coming out of the gate saying, why did you never sing the praises of the scout rifle way back when it was first issued? Listen, we weren't using I wasn't using scouts back then. I certainly wasn't using this one. I could care less about this gun back then. When this thing came out, I was focused on getting a Not Forgotten and fragging out with that thing, right? And I was focused on using the new energy sidearm from Crucible. So I know I might be late to the party with this thing, but it's so good, right? The zoom, like I said, only 20 on this scout. That's right in line with a lot of popular scout rifles like Contingency Plan, zoom value is 20. Polaris Lance, for example, zoom value is 20. Distant Relation, from if you're familiar with that scout rifle from back in Gambit, 20 zoom value, right? So that's nothing new. But one of the biggest differences to me is the sight picture. You have a clean reticle and not a lot of extra stuff sort of muddling up your sight picture. The scope is this wide circle as opposed to the contingency plan, which is like this narrow upside down U shape. I really like this optic. It is so clean and unobstructive. It makes dueling in close quarters pretty easy. You know, most scouts have other things blocking your peripherals, which is a problem up close when you're trying to track targets and you lose them in the chaos. But the Vouchsafe, it keeps your sight picture nice and clear, and I love that. I have a strong feeling that based on the feedback of the community, we're going to see more maps with longer open lanes back in the rotation next season in just a few weeks. That would be my prediction. If I had to predict, I would say you're probably looking at Convergence going bye-bye, right? That map's probably getting sunset. Most people are not digging it. Most people want it gone. It's probably going to be gone out of the rotation. And you might see some other smaller maps, like, I don't know. A lot of people are saying like Anomaly or Cauldron might be on the chopping block, but I don't think they're gonna scrap those just yet, since they just reissued those maps recently. Well, recently, give or take a few seasons. Anyways, but I think Convergence is out, and I think we're gonna get maybe like Eternity back on the rotation. We might see Vostok come back. I don't know, but I think we're gonna have some maps with these more open, longer lanes coming back into the rotation in just a few weeks. So this gun is going to be even better with some extra room to breathe. But I had a lot of fun with this thing yesterday alone. We racked up 5 20+ kill streaks with it in one sitting. I mean, it's viable now. It's not like it's going to be viable in a few weeks. It's viable now, guys. And another thing I want to know is that this archetype benefits a lot from high energy fire. I run Precision Charge and Taking Charge with high energy fire because I was using double primary, so I had a lot of extra energy, a lot of extra space on my armor mods for charge with light builds. So I'm generating charges of light very regularly with this setup, and when I'm charged with light, the TTK of this scout rifle is 0.67, requiring just 3 shots to put someone down. That's insanely fast for a primary with this kind of range and reach. That's literally the same optimal TTK as a multi-mock or a Shire's Wrath. And that's considerably faster than any hand cannon, save for a 120 that can 2-tap like Sturm, right? All this to say, go give this thing a shot. This scout, it really surprised me. I like the way it feels. I like the way it performs. It's very user-friendly, but it also packs a punch. So spend some time farming for one of these. Blind well runs, honestly, they're super fast. I was surprised by how easy it is to find a group of randos already in there farming and ready to go. So just hop right in, get to work. I put on some tunes and just kind of vegged out, and it can be pretty relaxing. So you might get some really good weapons out of it, and hopefully one of them is a Vouchsafe. But honestly, you got a shot at getting a really good shotgun in the form of a retold tale that has a pretty nutty perk pool. You got a really good shot at getting a good Twilight Oath. You got a really good shot at getting a Waking Vigil that's usable. There's a lot of loot there. So yeah, best of luck in all your farming endeavors. I can't wait to hit the grind very hard in a few weeks when the Witch Queen drops. So expect a lot of VOD content here on the channel. I'll try to keep you all updated on new weapons and armor and activities so you know what to look for in the new Destiny landscape. Be sure to stop by the stream sometime here on YouTube. Say hello. I'd love to get to know all of the awesome folks who support my channel. And hit up truevanguard.com for more daily VOD content as well. Be warm and well fed, my friends. And I hope to catch you in the Crucible.
Nothing. Ikora would be proud of you, Warlock. Double down. Ikora. Together as one. I love it. Down. What can stop you if you fight? Double down. What I wouldn't give to fight again beyond the walls. I would tear out a Vex's heart with my teeth.